2, 1.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna do the new one, right?
Right. Okay.
Mind just use the execution. It's new, and I only got 6%, so I'm gonna try my best. Okay.
All right. All right.
It starts by there's some bias around these parts. Okay. I mean, they playing favorites with these odds. I mean, what happened to each one teach one? What happened to he got a gun running, I'll protect you? I mean, damn. You want what you ain't given. I mean, it's starting to look like these older poets is getting privilege. I mean, I'm not understanding. Us young poets are slaving and these old poets is commanding. It's starting to sound real familiar.
Yes.
I mean, it sounds familiar. It sounds like those times when you talk back and hear, oh boy, oh little boy, I kill you. Oh, and I might offend, but this is something that I shouldn't have to defend. Defend, pretend, to defend, to pretend. You want me to pretend that we friends. I mean, I accept what you give when it's not even the slightest equal dividend. I mean, I'm confused. If my pain and suffering isn't enough to earn me a spot, then tell me what is. What exactly do you got? Do I need more years in the scene? Do I need to sound so chop and screw it so you can understand why are my opportunities at the supply and the product of old poets demand? Explain it to me once and I'll listen. Should explain it to me twice and I'll listen. Should explain it to me 3 times? Oh, no. If you have to explain it to me 3 times, then you've already created distance. Distance that'll rip our poetry scene. Distance that'll end in a new school versus old school, and you'll only mention us new poets are supposed to respect you. And once again, I'm confused. You want what you aren't given. You want the tip for an order that you never got delivered. If any new poet goes into an open mic this year or before, and feels like their message won't be received because they aren't a poet that you've met before, then that's your problem. It's your house, and maybe I need to spell it out. iAMNOTYOURTASTE, which means I am not your taste, which means your opinion of my work cannot take, which means my ability and my experience is not up for debate. I mean, yes, you can critique my execution, damn, maybe even my punctuation, but my content, oh boy, my content will not be present at any public execution or persecution. Excuse my rudeness, but this is not a sentence from a boy/man asking for your solutions. Me and my new poets are acquired taste. We are great in the making, which is great not up for debate. Great you can't misplace. Great you made mistake, but that's only based off your old mistakes. And I'm sorry, I'm late. But me and my new poets aren't the type to debate. I mean, well, yeah, we might be the type to debate, but we aren't the type to hate. I mean, the type that'll make weird faces when someone admires our work and walks up to us with an open hand saying how great we are, only to be met by a face that can trigger alarms. I mean, damn. Can a poem about me and my flaws not be worth the greats before me applause? But what did we do? I mean, what did we do to you? Why do I have to feel like in order to establish myself, I myself have to break down how the establishment has felt? And all my opinions are pulled from somewhere, so please don't change your face up and hope my words will disappear. And no, I'm not afraid to say them because my poetry isn't derived from fear. I mean, I'm confused. If you were treated like this, then why do it again? If you know what it feels like to be oppressed, you grew older and started that oppression again. I mean, my new poets and I are an acquired taste. Please answer this question. For your respect and not to be blocked, just how long does a new poet have to wait? But don't get me wrong, I just don't want to hear my new poet in dark alleys and at tables singing the same old song. Can I have a bit of your time, old poet? Can I express just how great I think you are, old poet? Can I let you in on my respect for you and your craft, old poet? Can I express something? Something that even an old poet won't know it. Can I express that this divide is not one I would like to survive? Can I express that I merely want us both to thrive? Shit, collab. Shit, even my mentor says, why can't we both be fab? Can the old poets give us the way? And please, can a new poet receive that today? Can we build? Build off what you built. Can we live and rattle the bones of people and topics you've killed? Can we live and rattle the bones of the people and topics you've killed? Can we do that? I'm asking you, can we do that? Can a new poet get some guidance from you? Can a new poet get some of your time? Can a new poet, without making a new poet feel like because he says she is a new poet, asking you for help is somehow a way to undermine the time you spend? undermine the time you spent. We just want to know that the time you spent wasn't to undermine my time or criticize my life. My life, my life. My life in these lines, my lines, my life, the lines in my life. So no disrespect, but damn. Can a new poet, even if he/she acts like a fan, can a new poet please, please, please just get a piece of your time? Done.
Can I get a hand? Yes, sir.
Whew.
That's how we.
Cottonmouth.
That's how we gotta end that.
But I feel like I read it much better than I read any other ones.
Yo.
Even though I was messing up.
And that shit was read. And how long did it take to make this?
Like 20 minutes, I guess. I was walking. Are you recording
To
this?
the conversation.
Okay, all right. It was to the conversation that me, you, and Ed had. Me and iLLzWiLLz and Ed had in a subway, I think. Subway on Broadway.
Right.
About a 20-minute conversation, and it was like a 20-minute walk. Almost got hit by a couple cars.
Oh my
but
God.
iLLzWiLLz, you know, Watu'z.
Yes, sir.
Did make sure I stayed alive, or whatever the case being, just how I felt. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yes, sir. iLLzWiLLz. Follow me if you can find me. iLLzWiLLz. Listen, it was the drugs that made us not love and trust each other. Although I do shame you, I blame the real dope peddler. But if I only could forgive you, the things we could do. Because when we was together, we didn't have it all, but we had each other. And that's all that mattered. And then the drugs came, and then all that shattered. Wow. Since I can't trust you, you shouldn't trust me now. But I mean, that's what they figured, right? After a blast like that, blacks would just start calling each other niggas, right? I mean, that is what they figured, though. No? Well, if it is or isn't, it is. So, what'd they say? Yes, so iLLzWiLLz, follow me if you can find me. iLLzWiLLz. So you say that you deserve a queen. This is because you are a king? If that's the truth, the only problem is you lie about everything. And women just as guilty. This is why I'm not surprised by anything. Not even thinking about husbands when they iron wedding rings. So what you think is gonna happen? It's like a comedy in the making. It's like a Tyler Perry play, just without all of the singing. And so I ask, have you ever been to jail before? Have you ever been in love? If you haven't, just know that both of them is rough, but only one is easy, breaking out. You see, I thought about that one for a while. I thought about that one when I was breaking up with the lady that was the mother of my child. That got aborted because I couldn't afford it, being too young and running wild. You see, I say it that fast because I'm not that proud dad. But there's not that many out there either. I mean, yours might have made it through the fire, but it just landed into ether. So please, sir and ma'am, don't twist up your face. You do the same damn thing every day when you tell your kids to get the fuck out your face. So what's worse, being a bad parent or being afraid to have kids because you never had parents? They say it's bad children, only think it's bad parents that act very irresponsible and they just lack caring, you know. Priorities fucked up, they only worried about their parents. Instead of worried about little Clarence, they worried about the next Clarence. But we gonna need some interference. New York, now that I got your attention, like Adderall and Ritalin, I just like to mention schools and teachers and the teachers in schools and how I got my education from the streets, cause they don't teach us in schools. Plus the teachers, they don't live by the schools, so that's the disconnect. They only worried about the test, when the text is just keeping us fools. You see, I attended Pepper Middle, but only went for the food and couldn't sit still for the math 9 lessons. So they suggested medicine to put me back in my stool. And my mother, bless her soul, but she thought it was cool, and now I'm sitting in class drooling with the rest of the students. But we focus. No, spiritually it's stunted our growth. Because instead of children exploring, we just sit and watch shows. So they would make me go outside and I would just sit on the steps then, when usually you would see me only when it was time to check in. But that was then, when I was outside with a best friend. Instead of being inside lying dormant because they wanted some medicine and the parents they boarded. But what I don't understand is, how can you grow to be a happy man when as a child you hinder his ability of enjoyment? Now we can take it even further, like the teachers are the dumbest ones in schools. Why? Because if they thinking that they teaching, then they really have been fooled. fucking forget it. The next time your kid comes home with homework and you start guessing, just remember that they probably go to the same type of school system as you, and even if you got all A's at their age, somehow you still can't remember the lesson. No, remember there's lessons. And after this, if there is any questions, my answer's gonna be yeah, pretty much all yeses. But it's not all yes, it's pretty much our guess. Kinda what they told us to do with our test. They never told you to mark all C's. Well, shit. In 8th grade, that's pretty much how I got all B's. So if you hating, you can hop off these. F you, peace.